So today we're going to be starting a new series on the channel. I'm going to teach you guys how to use Onshape. So in today's episode, I'm going to show you how to use the line tool, sketch tool, line tool, and dimension tool. So to start off, you're going to want to search up Onshape. It's going to be probably most likely the first thing that comes up, but don't click the first thing. You're going to want to click the free plan option, which I'll have a photo up there. Once you've gotten all signed in, there's going to be a little blue box in the top left corner, and then it's going to say create. Click that, and then you're going to want to click create document. Then you're going to name your document whatever you want, and then we'll come back and show you how to use the tools. We're going to show you guys how to, I'm going to start with the basic interface. So on the top bar, you got your toolbar before you create a sketch. So the first thing is going to be creating a sketch, which I'll go over in a second. There's a menu on the left side that's got all this stuff. So the origin, which is that yellow dot, that dot, which is the center point of your whole drawing. You have the top plane, front plane, and right plane, which is where you're going to draw your sketches. Then you have your view cube over on this side. So this is all the views that you can possibly do. Using Onshape is going to be much easier with a mouse. It's possible with your mouse pad or trackpad or whatever, on your laptop or whatever. But it is possible to do it, but it's much easier with a mouse. So then down on the bottom bar, you have all your documents, I guess. So you have different types of documents. You can create folders. You create part studios, which are where you draw the parts, extrude them, do a bunch of stuff with them. Assemblies is where you can make stuff move and stuff. You can create like a drawing, like a technical drawing of your thing, like a dimension sheet. I can create folders, and you can also import stuff. So we're going to start with a sketch. So in order to create a sketch, you're going to do, you can either use the hotkey Shift S, or you can just click sketch up here. And we're going to do it on the top plane. So you can click the top plane and it'll highlight yellow. And then I click the top thing in the view cube to get all the way to the top. So now I will teach you guys how to use the line tool. So in order to use the line tool, you can either use the L as hotkey, or you can just click the line button or the line tool up there on the toolbar. Now in Onshape, the origin is the easiest way to make stuff, or drawing starting from the origin is the easiest way to make stuff constrained, which will help you. I'll explain later on in the series how to do everything with constraints. But basically, when you start, you have your plane, and you're going to want to highlight this origin with the yellow square, and you can see that's actually locking it to that. So you can draw a line anywhere, but it's going to be completely blue, if that makes sense. If I start from the origin and draw out, it'll still all be blue, but technically not, because that point will be locked. You can't really see it though, because the origin here, I wonder. Yeah, see, it's a black dot. So that's constraining the one point, which means that your dimension, it's a little bit different because there's only one thing constrained, but it'll dimension from here out, if that makes sense. But the easiest, I think I always start with the origin and then go to one of the 4 lines or plane intersections, which creates a yellow hash on the when you're just drawing it. So it means that it's locked. So, oops, it's not what I meant to do. Sorry, that got a bit confusing. So now it's a black line with a black dot. Now, in order to completely constrain this, I will show you how to use the dimension tool. So now, how to use the dimension tool. The dimension tool is up here. It's the line with arrows on either side and little lines going down from those arrows. You can use the hotkey D, or you can click up there to activate or deactivate it. Also, when you want to ever deactivate a tool, you press escape. I forgot to mention that earlier. So in order to get this line completely constrained, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can click the points and then put a dimension in. Let's do 1.5. That's one way to do it. The other way to do it is just clicking the whole line. You don't have to go from point to point. You can just click the line. It'll highlight it. So right now I'll create a rectangle. So then here's more uses for the snapping. So see, it's going to highlight that thing. I'll I'll create a square. Why not? Or no, let's do a rectangle. So then again, it's going to create a snap because it's 90 degrees or perpendicular to your original line or the intersection of the planes. So you can click. Now another way to dimension without actually using the dimension tool is that after you like sort of confirm your line, so to speak, where you want the 2 points, then you can, it's going to bring up this rectangle box, as you can see, this rectangle around the number. Then you can start typing, let's just say 1, and it'll bring up the, where you can type into it, and we'll just do 1. It'll also automatically dimension it when you do that. So now we'll go back. Again, this will create this is another good example. So when you're drawing, it's going to keep it constrained. You can do it on either direction. I mean, I would do it this way because it's going to make a rectangle, but it'll lock 180 degrees, 90 degrees. I think there's a way you can do it where it does 45 also. I'm not sure how to do that though. You can, now if I'm drawing here, see it's going to go straight. I mean, you can get it out of the lock, but you can draw a little bit off the line to keep it still straight. Then you can go all the way to the plane, which will create another hash, which it won't create a line, but see, it'll do that. And then that is constrained completely because it is in line with the intersection of the plane. So now we have a completely constrained thing. So I'm just going to get rid of the planes to show you guys what I'm talking about. And we have a completely black box or a black line box with a gray. It's always going to be gray if the sketch is completely enclosed. It'll be gray shading in the middle of your drawing. So that's basically how you use the first tool, how you use the line tool and the dimension tool in Onshape. So today we created a rectangle, and funny enough, in the next episode, I'm going to teach you guys how to use the 2-point rectangle tool or the corner rectangle tool. So thanks for watching and have a great day.